Hey, hey, Lumio lovers! Welcome back to another Lumio live stream. We are your hosts. My name is Asha, and I have the lovely ladies, Lois and Mish, here with me. Say hi, ladies.
Howdy.
And today's live is all about exploring Lumio's new advanced locking features and how they can enhance your lesson. And there's going to be some really awesome stuff today. So check it out. I'll pass it over to you, Mish.
Thanks, Asha. How's everyone doing today? I missed you guys at the last Lumio Live. It
I
felt so weird
know.
not hanging out with you.
It was weird
I
not seeing your
know.
face.
I'm just glad we're all back together again.
Band's back together. All right.
Exactly.
So, you guys, this week I'm so excited to talk about advanced locking features because if you are one of our legacy notebook users, this is that feature that I think so many people have been waiting for to come from Notebook to Lumio. And there's just I'm been overflowing all week. The girls were just watching me like we were waiting, and I had even more ideas brewing in my head that I was writing down. So, if I can't show you enough right now, we have so many more ideas coming your way. And as I always say, I do try my best to give you ideas for different grades, different content matters, because I want you to be able to really think about how you can use it no matter what you teach. And as you can see on the screen, feel free to join into my class live time so you can really get a feel for the activities. You'll go to lumioclass.com and you'll enter in my code, which is 181461. Instructions are on the screen. As you're getting logged in, I'm going to show you on my screen here the first activity, which is I used the horizontal locking to make a little timeline activity. So the students need to drag and drop the space exploration events to rearrange them in the correct chronological order. So take a look. They can move these around side to side after they've done a lesson on space exploration. What do you think, guys?
No, this is amazing. I love it. And this is a really great way to really engage the students, right? Instead of doing just kind of your standard static timeline.
Well, and I just love that they stay in place, right? Because there's nothing worse than when you want the students to organize things horizontally and they are just all willy nilly everywhere, right?
Absolutely. And I was just thinking, as I was making this, there's so many other ways to do this. Ordering numbers on a number line, a sequence of events after reading a story for comprehension. There's so many really cool ideas. And one thing I've really been working a lot on is also being able to have my students do self checking. So I also horizontally locked and off the screen a little self check for them on the side. And
I love
Lois
that
had this
self check.
awesome little idea for a rocket ship to go up here. For any students that want to learn more, here's a little pull for them.
Yeah, I love that you can add other links, right? So if you have students that always want to know more about whatever topic you're covering, that's a really great way to link some additional resources, right?
Absolutely. Just so many ways to make this activity. And now there's so much more control over your students not messing up the size and getting overwhelmed with all the things on the screen. Because there is a lot happening here. But these little locking features, which we're going to show you how I did, really make the environment so much more controlled.
Absolutely.
All right, on to my next one. I've got a little primary math example here. So there's different types of locking features, again, that I will show you once we get to that creation part. But this one, I have the students, the locking feature lets them move the object and also rotate it. And I also had to bring in some audio instructions for my primary students. So they would step one, click on this audio to hear that they need to drag these over, rotate them to measure, and then they can come over here and record their measuring.
I love that. And they can record in many different ways, right? We can
Mhm.
write it in, we can use text, and also use the audio feature to say what it is. I love that too for a dual language classroom. So if you're learning in multiple languages, it's a really great way to get real active use of the words that you're learning in both languages, right?
I love how your brain is going too. You're coming up with even more ways to enhance this activity here.
I mean,
Moving
Lumio
on.
does light up learning, right?
We have so many ideas. So, of course, I had to think of my pre K students and of our morning meeting. And oh my God, am I so excited to show this to you? But take a look here. Look what I can do. Are you ready?
This is literally my favorite.
I had to think of a way to bring in my primary students. And I'll show you guys how I did this, but I'll tell you the secret right now. The secret is under my thermometer right here, I actually have a white rectangle. And if you think back to when we did the magic tunnel, remember when I was making the magic tunnel and I talked about the secret is in the order that you build the activity because of the layering. So my first layer was a thermometer. Then I brought in this very skinny red rectangle here. And then last, I put a white one at the bottom here to hide that it's just growing up for here from the bottom. And same with my chart over here. All right, let's think of some more ideas. Okay. So this idea, when I was thinking of this one, my brain was going in so many different directions, but I really wanted to think about my diverse learners. And I know a lot of what we do with our diverse learners are first and then statements, or when students are working towards learning sequencing of events as they're learning about daily functioning skills like how to make a sandwich, what you need to do when you get to class, how to prepare yourself for a lesson, what to do when it's time to go home. But here I just put together a little comprehension activity. I want my students to read the short little story and then put the little pictures here in order. This one, all I did with these objects is they are locked, but you can move. So the students cannot resize them. They can't rotate them. So this is just lock and move. Again, I will show you where all these little things are here. Here are all those different locking mechanisms that I'll also show you when we're in our creation process. So you can lock in place. That just freezes it exactly where it is. Allow vertical move lets you go up and down. Horizontal, of course, lets you go right to left. Allow move is the one that you just saw where you can move it all around, but you can't do much else to it. And allow move and rotate is like that measuring activity that we had.
I mean, Mish, this is a game changer. I know teachers have been asking for this for quite some time. And it just goes to show how much we value feedback and action it, right?
Absolutely. Last activity I'm going to show you here for science, and then I'm going to show you how to create some of these. I had to think again. We did our little ELA lesson. We had our diverse idea. And now I've got a puzzle here. So these are same as last page. They are allow move. So they're locked as the size, but they can move them all around. So the students now are going to match the animal to their habitat. And yesterday I learned that I actually picked one of Lois's favorite animals. It's here on the screen. Which one is it, Lois?
No, it's also Danica's favorite animal. It's a frog.
Oh, I didn't know. Look, I'm learning something every day about our team. So fun little activity here. This would be another really good opportunity for me to have something off to the side of my screen for them to pull on as a self-check. I always have the ability to drop my teacher activity and see that my students are participating here. I can click on someone. Holly, I hope you're working over there. I can click on Holly's and see, oh, Holly is already done. Look at you go. I'm going to pop over to my gallery and I'm going to drop you an A+ sticker because you are doing such a wonderful job. All right, let's get to editing. I'm going to show you how easy it is to build some of these activities. So let's go to a blank page. And I'm going to go over to our gallery here because there's so many fun things you can find here. I'm going to go to shapes and then lines. And then here is that line that I used for the timeline activity. So it's all about how you lock different things. So this one is not going to be moved at all. So for this one, we're just locking in place. That's all. I'm going to come back over and I'm going to grab the one that has a circle at the end. Let's rotate it. Did I do that in the right order? I did. Perfect. And now this one, we're going to leave like this. I might copy a bunch of these. And so we have a bunch ready to go. And maybe for this one, we are going to work on organizing numbers.
Everybody loves a number line, right?
There we go. So what all I'll need to do here is, for time's sake, I'm just showing you this quick example. I'm going to group these two things together first. And now coming back to that down arrow, we are going to go to allow horizontal move. So now all the students can do is move side to side. So just a quick little example of how you can build that. Again, you can lock any kind of object. So just going over here, all those choices are right here for you. You've got your vertical, horizontal, allow move just locks the size, but they can move it anywhere on the screen, and allow move and rotate allows them to bring it all around, just like that measuring activity that we took a look at. And I do want to take this moment because Lois brought up a really, really important thing that I want to make sure everyone knows. When you're in your Lumio screen, so I'm just on my library homepage here. In the top right corner, there is a question mark. If you come right over here under the feedback section, there is a button that says request a feature. Our product development team, the amazing team behind Lumio, is always going through our user feedback because we want to hear from teachers exactly what it is that would be helpful to you. And the advanced locking features was one of those things that was being asked for quite often. And now it's here and we're so happy. And we'd love to hear what you think needs to come over to Lumio next. Always make sure that you are clicking on this requested feature here, submitting it, and you can go through what other folks have submitted and you can upvote those as well. The more upvotes, the higher it goes on the priority list.
You know, Mish, I also realized that we got new stickers because teachers were asking for specific stickers, right? So if you have a sticker that you are just dying to have in your Lumio, request it.
That's right. Take a look. We did have just a few before, and now you can scroll all the way down and the smart monsters return. There they are right in Lumio. And those are so fun to use for student feedback, for if you're doing a whole class discussion, for offering student responses, making manipulatives out of them by infinitely cloning them. There's just so many different ways to use those stickers. We've had so much fun.
I liked Asha's idea of using stickers and also making it to where you can move things along the timeline for like an SEL check-in.
Oh, yeah. That was another activity. So what Lois is talking about is maybe coming over and using something like this, or there it is locked horizontally, and then maybe we have like a happy face at one side, kind of like a medium face in the middle, sad or mad face, and students get to drag and drop the little SEL meter to let us know how they're feeling today. Absolutely wonderful idea. All right, Asha, I'm passing it over to you.
Awesome, awesome. No, this is such great content that you've created, Mish. I absolutely love it. And I would love to hear how other teachers are using the new advanced locking features. Don't forget, if you want to dive a little deeper into learning about Lumio, you can register for future webinars if you go to go.smarttech.com/golumio. And we have recently uploaded a ton of webinars, so you definitely should check them out.
And just quick FYI, I did forget to mention, we had so many folks participating in our Shout It Out Lumio Challenge this month. Next month, our Lumio Challenge is the locking features. We want to hear how you're using those locking features. And if you let us know on social media, all you need to do is tag at Lumio Social and then use hashtag Lumio Challenge. Show us how you're using those locking features and you'll be entered to win a gift card. We do have winners every single month.
And the
Awesome.
ideas that these teachers come up with are amazing. I was just telling someone, like, the thing I love about Lumio is, you know, you can give people the same content and 20 different teachers will have very different lessons. And I've never created the best lesson on my own. It's always been a Frankenstein lesson, right?
No,
Absolutely.
so true. It's a community we've built here. Well, thanks again for joining us, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks. Definitely check us out. And thanks, ladies. Have a good one.
Get
Thanks,
locked in.
everyone.